My name is Sesti, and I am a voice teacher. And my students are always asking me how they can get a fuller and deeper breath. It just seems like they're always gasping for air. And really, good singing, you need a good foundation, which is your breath. So, before you start with breath, you always want to start with your posture, because if you try to take a full breath with bad posture, it's kind of like someone giving you a balloon to blow up and they're twisting the bottom of it. And they're saying, hey, blow this balloon all the way up. And you can't blow it all the way up because there's that little kink on the bottom. So we want to just be aware of where our kinks may be. Okay? So first you want to stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Okay? So if I took a string attached to my shoulders, and it had one string on each side with a little weight on the bottom, and I just drew a line straight down to my feet would be shoulder width apart. Okay? And then you want your knees in a really easy spot. You want to make sure your knees are not locked. So, and when you stand, if you bring all of your feet to all of your weight to the tips of your toes without bringing your heels back, you tend to have a lot of tension, right? You have tension in your thighs and your knees. I feel my feet going, please don't fall. Sort of like the monkey feet, grabbing on the branch. And then if I were to shift my weight back to my heels, then I feel tension in my thighs. I feel here in my low back. So what you want to do is you want to stand in such a way so that you're completely balanced. All right? So you want to imagine your ankle is sort of like the strong support of the, if your foot was a tent, if your body was a tent, your foot, the ankle would be the strongest one, and then the other part of the feet would be kind of like the smaller support pegs for the tent to stay up. Okay? So if I bring all of my weight to my toes and slowly shift my weight back, slowly shift it back, slowly shift it back, till I get to a spot where I feel like I'm floating. So the weight is balanced in the middle of my foot, and it's almost like a hip hop move. Like I just have that much freedom. I feel like I could stand here forever. So that's the kind of place you want to be in when you're singing. A lot of people, they just stand with all their weight on one leg, or they have their feet too close together. Some people have their one foot in front, one foot in the back. With me, it works best if I'm just completely balanced, almost like I could spring at any time, like jumping into a pool. Okay? So then, to get a nice full breath, I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see. Move this chair here. So I want to kind of get aware of where my diaphragm is. I want to bend from the hip hinge. So I don't bend from the waist. That's like this, okay? So the hip hinge is where the leg meets the torso. So if I take my fingers right here, and I want to roll my pelvis out, and then drop everything down. Okay? And just let your arms hang down, everything relax, your neck relax. And then you're going to slowly come up as if you're climbing a tower, and you're just feeling your vertebrae just stack one by one. And you're climbing this tower, and then it's like you're a marionette puppet and someone cuts the string and you just, whoo! All right? So try that again, double check to make sure your pelvis is rolled out. You're inhaling through your nose. And then through your mouth, almost like someone just pushes all the air out. So what that does is just engages the diaphragm and makes sure that you're getting a nice low breath. All right, so I usually do that twice to warm my voice up and to get just my breathing in the right spot. And then I do some of these, okay? So I want to open this up because this gets all locked up from all the sitting we do all day. So I just ease and stretch and come like this and stretch. So it's almost like I'm a little teapot, but not quite. You just want to feel a slight opening here. And then roll your shoulders back. Good. All right, and then the easiest way to access the diaphragm is, I don't know if you can see this here. So your diaphragm is this muscle here, and it domes down when you breathe. So you want to put your fingers here and here. Okay, so it's a little bit down from the armpits, but it's you want to pretend and kind of picture your rib cage to be kind of like a bellows. You know those things that you crumple up a little piece of paper and you want the fire in the fireplace to grow? It kind of looks like an accordion. So you want to imagine your rib cage as a bellows. And when you squeeze the bellows, the air comes out. When you go like this, the air comes in. Okay? So I want to stick my fingers here right in that spot. Girls, if you're wearing a bra, it's usually right on the spot where your bra is. So I put my thumbs there. Again, I want to feel my chest still open up. So it's like I'm feeling the breath going this way, almost like a ballerina or a ballet dancer. Okay? So I stick my thumbs so I can feel my rib cage. I exhale all my breath out. And then I inhale my breath in. And then I just sing. Notice my shoulders do not go up when I do that breath. Exhale, inhale. They move a little bit, but they don't go way up like this. So if you feel that you are pushing up from your shoulders when you're doing this, try putting your arms slightly lower. So you can try doing that, or you can try doing your knuckles like this, just so you feel this opening of your chest. Okay, so that's a great way to feel your diaphragm doming down. Again, when I exhale, goes in, inhale, comes out. And I want to feel this beautiful expanse going this way. And again, I'm still standing shoulder width apart. I'm still feeling this buoyancy as I am breathing. All right, and then a lot of singing is empirical. So that's a big word that basically means it's what I'm picturing in my head that allows the most freedom in my body. So if I'm teaching a piano student, I can look at their fingers, I can look at their posture, and I'd be like, oh, try curling your hand a little more, or sit up a little taller, or maybe scoot the bench in. But with your vocal cords, I can't go, oh, let's see what's going on. Oh, well, you're a little tight here. Let's see if you can relax that. Okay? So the vocal cords are just two fleshy little muscles that go back and forth when you sing and when you talk, and you just want to have some sort of mental picture in your head that allows you the most freedom. So I had some students when they were doing this. Again, when I'm over like this, a lot of times my neck can have a lot of tension when I'm singing, and it's really hard to have tension here if I'm, just swinging my arms nice and free. So I had one student, she just saw her hair. She had really long hair, and she saw how flowy it was, and she's like, I'll just sing to where my hair goes. And all of a sudden, she got a lot freer sound just by imagining her hair and watching her hair. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine this beautiful lake. And on the other side of the lake, there's these gorgeous trees. And then there's a sunset. And I want you to imagine your voice soaring over the lake, over the trees, and into the clouds, and into the sunset. So have that picture in your head, and have a specific spot. Is your voice going to soar this way? Is it going to soar over the tree into the clouds this way? Is it going to go straight shot? So have a mental picture in your head, and have a point. Let's say you're practicing, you want to have a point that you're looking at on the horizon. So you want it to be right at eye level, because if you're looking like this, you know, your neck might come up a little bit and you want your neck to be nice and relaxed. We'll talk about the neck in another video. So I'm looking into the horizon, imagining my beautiful sunset. And I want you to imagine that you're throwing a frisbee. Okay, and you're going to throw the frisbee from your core. So it's like you're picking up the breath and putting it down, and picking up the breath and putting it down, and picking up the breath, and then you're going to let the frisbee soar. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3. Shoo! Right when you feel you're about to run out of air, you're going to do what's called a vocal fry. Just going to go, Now again, it's like I just woke up in the morning. I'm not forcing it. I'm not going, right? This is just, and what that does is it warms up the lower part of the voice very nicely. Okay, so now let's try that on the other side. So we've got a beautiful sunset. Maybe the sun's in a different spot in the horizon. Maybe the clouds are getting a little lower. So kind of picture that in your head. Kind of imagine where your frisbee's going to go. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Shoo! Okay, and when I let my frisbee out, I'm going shoo, because a nice SH sort of propels the note into the air. Shoo! And again, I'm feeling this shoo from my diaphragm going out. Shoo, 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 shoo. All right. So, again, to review, good breath comes from good posture, being grounded, shoulder width apart, having all of your weight so you're in kind of like that hip hop move. Breathing from the diaphragm, feeling that rib cage expand in and out. Again, going down like this just relaxes your neck and your arms and everything. Feeling that vertebrae. All right, so in another video, we'll talk more about the neck and what kind of things we can do with the neck. A lot of people have a lot of tension just in the neck. We'll do some other exercises that help with breathing as well. Have a great day. Bye.